Greetings to my Facebook, as well as Twitter, as well as social media family. Special shout out to the nation of gods and earths, the 5% nation, the poor righteous teachers who allow me to develop 30 critical thinking skills as a student at Hampton University. 1994, I've been following as well as doing mathematics since 1994 as a 5%er. I am a U.S. presidential candidate that, just like Andrew Yang, espouses universal basic income. This channel is universal basic income, or UBI, at $5,000 a month. I want to explain that, and I'm going to try to do it in the question form so I can be very concise in my answers. First of all, we made a video about why universal basic income should not be taxed source from the government, and I'll explain that. Universal basic income has to be a form of social capitalism. Social, because if you look in Webster's dictionary, social concerns itself with society. We want everyone universally involved in universal basic income. Is not universal basic income if universally everyone is not involved, number one. Number two, we want it to be a spark or a trigger for savage micro-entrepreneurship. Micro-entrepreneurship that does everything it can as a side hustle, as a gig, to be able to feed your families and to be able to source purchasing power that allows you to be able to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. So universal basic income at $5,000 a month says that the recipient, or the one that's been targeted as an at-risk member of the community, low income, anyone who is receiving universal basic income, we want to help that person grow their universal basic income. We want them to be able to source it themselves. We want to be able to help individuals be able to make $5,000 a month, whether they are a college student that doesn't have a vehicle. We will find ways through our transportation initiative. We have 7 major initiatives within our universal basic income at $5,000 a month. That 7 major initiatives are: 1, the job itself, giving you a job for $5,000 a month as our way to distribute universal basic income. It should be distributed in a job form. I've been working with this pilot project of universal basic income and implementing it since 2010. I started in Ghana, West Africa, working with Cisco Entrepreneurial Institute, the IMF, the World Bank, UNDP, and various stakeholders. And we found out that, just like FDR found out in 1933, 1934, people are not interested in taking handouts. People are not interested in welfare. People want jobs, and people are comfortable with jobs. So universal basic income implementation should be done in a form of a job. Now that job is, we're taking anyone and we're helping them become an entrepreneur at a very micro level. Now, what that looks like is picking up trash from the streets. I'm in Chicago right now. I'm in the south side of Chicago. And we're looking at walking on the sidewalks, and you see trash on the street. So the question is, who's supposed to pick up that trash? So the easy answer is the city should pick up that trash. But what we're saying at UBI jobs at $5,000 a month, if Andrew Yang is going to give everyone $1,000 a month, is trash going to be picked up on the sidewalks of the streets of Chicago? That's my major question. See, what we're doing is we're making videos to make America think harder. Math. I am going to order my math hat also, my math Scully, like Scott Santons has his math Scully. So we want America to think harder. So Andrew Yang has done a yeoman's job to be able to get America to think harder. And so what I want to do as a U.S. presidential candidate, JAWAD HASHEM HAKEEM 2020, you are free to Google me, is we want to join the effort with www.yang2020.com. We want to join the effort to make America think harder. And so what we're saying is, if you're going to implement universal basic income, what is the responsibility of the recipient? And what we're saying is, as a job, the recipient is going to be guided to make $5,000 a month themselves. They're going to generate the money themselves. This has to be a non-governmental system given over to the private sector to make it sustainable. Where's the money sourced from? The individual will be able to develop their own $5,000 a month. So we're offering UBIs at $5,000, UBI jobs at $5,000 a month, and we're offering it in collaboration with city halls and various stakeholders. So when you speak about trash being on the sidewalks or trash being in alleys, you can find a recipient, someone who's at risk, and help them develop a micro sanitation job to allow them to be able to pick up that trash, and working with the cities and various stakeholders to be able to allow that person to be able to clean up more trash, to allow them to be a subcontractor working with cities and various stakeholders through corporate social responsibility and an asset-based community development ecosystem that allows that individual to make $5,000 a month. We want something that works. But what we're happy is Andrew Yang is making everybody think harder. So Make America Think Harder is necessary. But UBI jobs at $5,000 a month, what we're doing is a compare and contrast, and we're opening up a debate. And that debate is to make America think harder, to say, is it just $1,000 a month that we need? And that $1,000, should it be sourced from a government that already owes $23 trillion? Or can it be $5,000 a month sourced from the private sector, allowing the recipient to take responsibility for their own $5,000 a month, working with partners to make sure that they're successful? We want civic engagement to join with the government to be able to help clean up America and to be able to solve poverty and homelessness. So there's 7 major spheres to the universal basic income jobs at $5,000 a month, because it's not just giving someone money. One is giving them the job at $5,000. That's a way to distribute the universal basic income to the recipient. 2, there must be a form of housing, apartments, condos, that what we do is we offer an individual who is earning income through our system of savage micro-entrepreneurship. We allow them to pay per day. Yes, per day. I'm actually breaking this down to you. That is the point of watching these videos. I'm going to give more information. You allow the recipient to pay per day. That allows them to have a home now. But they are generating income on a daily basis, whether they're riding Uber, whether they're doing DoorDash, whatever they're doing in the gig economy, they're going to be given a gig housing plan. Condo, apartment, couch, or whatever it is that you're not homeless. We want someone to have a gig housing plan, and a gig housing plan is paid per day. Yes, that's savage, but if to give a fully furnished apartment, home, condo, whatever, to someone who's able to pay per day, that ends homelessness, because homeless people are able to generate capital on a daily basis, whether they're panhandling or whatever. Homeless people are able to produce capital, and what we're saying is we'll give you a key to an apartment that's fully furnished if you're able to produce capital. If you're not able to produce capital, join us. Joker beats Trump. That's my slogan for our election 2020. If you play with the spade, if you play spades, you know if you use the jokers, Joker beats Trump. So what we're saying is Joker beats Trump, and the tagline subtitle of my slogan for 2020 is by training a 21st century workforce. So we're training a 21st century workforce. Everyone who receives the $5,000 a month, we're using that as a training method. We want to show everyone how to use that to grow. And then we'll provide subsidized housing that's paid per day. We provide subsidized transportation that's paid per day. So that means that I can give you a Toyota Camry right now, but you'll be paying between $25 to $50 a day to be able to have that vehicle. And it's not necessary to own, because it gives you an option to be able to switch out cars. Yes, that's savage. But what we're saying is individuals who are able to produce money on a daily basis should have a home, should have a vehicle. And we go further to say that we're on to subsidize your tuition, so it becomes universally free tuition. We want to subsidize your health care. All co-pays we take care of. We want to make sure you're not paying for health care. We want to give someone who's working this savage micro-entrepreneurship, that's working the gig economy, coming from nowhere. Now they have a home. Now they have a vehicle. We want to make sure you have health care. We want to make sure your tuition is paid for. We want to make sure you have premium insurance. And we want to subsidize your taxes. So we get involved in people's lives at 7 levels. When you go to FDR, FDR said he wanted to eliminate the wants. The citizen of America should have their wants eliminated to create financial freedom to allow that the citizen to build themselves up as an asset, to add more value to their asset, to become more of a productive taxpayer in society because they're opening up a business. So business is not so much the large businesses that we expect. Sometimes it could be a micro enterprise. It could be just picking up trash from the alley. It could be remodeling homes. It could be cleaning up the streets. It could be shoveling snow. We want to grab people from whether they're coming from abusive homes, whether they're using drugs, whatever that they're doing. We want to grab someone at the barest raw level as a diamond in the rough and help them become an entrepreneur. And that's how we secure the universal basic income, use that to grow individuals, help them become successful without using taxpayer-funded dollars.